If you've been sleeping on Alephium, now it's a good time to wake up. They've just dropped a partnership with Gigatons, and trust me, this is one of those moves that could shake the foundation of how we tackle climate and crypto together. We're not talking about pink clouds or air here. This is cutting-edge blockchain tech meeting the world's biggest decarbonization goals. Think tokenized carbon credits, massive funding for green projects, and tech that's years ahead of the game. Now, if you're like, cool, but why should I care? Well, let me break it down to you. This is the type of partnership that doesn't happen very often. Alephium's bringing their killer blockchain to power Gigaton's ambitious vision to cut emissions while creating serious opportunities in the carbon credit space. Literally almost every news outlet out there that's involved with crypto reported about this big partnership. So whether you're here for the tech, the money, or just curious why these two are turning heads in both crypto and sustainability, you gotta stick around because what we're about to unpack could change everything. Let's dive in. But first, let me quickly plug in a clip explaining to you what Alephium is. Alephium is a sharded layer 1 blockchain that enhances scalability and security by building upon Bitcoin's proof of work and UTXO models. It offers a high-performance, secure, and energy-efficient platform suitable for decentralized finance applications and decentralized apps. Now, for a full overview of Alephium, refer to the video at the end of this one. Now that you know the basics, let's look at this partnership. The Gigatons project is Alephium's big step into helping the planet tackle climate change. It's built around three main areas: GigaServe, GigaCapital, and GigaTech. And each one is focused on making decarbonization more accessible, effective, and scalable. GigaServe is all about providing ready-to-use tools like charging stations and mobile apps that businesses can brand as their own. Now, for example, companies like GridServe or Flow Power can take these products, put their name on them, and roll them out to their customers. It's a simple way to get more sustainable solutions out there without reinventing the wheel. GigaCapital, on the other hand, is where the money comes in. They have a huge goal, raising 100 billion over the next 10 years to fund projects that cut down on carbon emissions. With Bill Kentrop, a finance expert, joining as Chief Investment Officer, the plan is to use blockchain technology to make everything more efficient and transparent. And this means they'll tokenize assets and use digital tools to track and manage investments in a way that's clear and easy to verify. Right, and before we move on, make sure to get yourself a hardware wallet so your crypto is safe and secure. Find links in the description for the best discounts. Trust me, you'll thank me later. I also need you to know that I'm not a registered financial advisor, so don't just take my word for it and go do your own research. Now, if you have family members or friends that want to get into crypto but they don't know where to start, then be sure to offer them my cryptocurrency course. Welcome to Crypto with Rico presents the Ultimate Crypto Course, a course designed to take you from crypto curious to crypto confident. Whether you're just beginning to dip your toes into the world of Bitcoin or looking to dive deep into decentralized finance, NFTs, and the metaverse, you've come to the right place. Here, you'll get the knowledge you need to understand how cryptocurrency works, how to secure your assets, and most importantly, how to build a solid portfolio that positions you for long-term success in this rapidly evolving space. Get the course now while you still can by clicking the link in the description, and let's get cracking. Right, so we talked about GigaServe and GigaCapital, and then there's GigaTech, which focuses on using technology to power industries more sustainably. They're teaming up with companies like Hearst to use renewable energy like solar power for things like mining operations. They're also using artificial intelligence to make processes more efficient and rolling out the Giga protocol to manage carbon credits and other digital assets. Part of this involves creating a virtual digital twin of real-world assets, which can be tracked and verified using Alephium's blockchain. A big piece of the puzzle is carbon credits, which are like a pass that lets companies offset the pollution they create. Each credit represents a ton of carbon dioxide removed from the atmosphere, and they can be traded between companies. Now, there are two main kinds: compliance credits, which are required by law in some places, and voluntary credits, which companies buy to show they care about sustainability. By putting these credits on the blockchain, Gigatons makes trading them easier and more reliable, which should help more companies take part. The Gigatons project isn't just about fancy tech or big goals, it's about finding practical ways to make a difference. With the tools for businesses, funding for big projects, and a smarter way to use energy, it's aiming to cut carbon emissions while making the whole process more transparent and accessible. If they pull it off, it could be a real game changer in the fight against climate change. Now, was that all for this video? Absolutely not, because remember when I made the Alphbanx video? Remember how you could have been early? Well, from the moment I first called it, the top was a 3x, and you could say that's pretty successful. Since more great things are coming, I didn't want to leave them out of this video as well. So let me quickly show you what they are about. Borrowing on Alphbanx works differently than with a traditional bank. Let's imagine a user called John who needs funds to pay for an unexpected expense. Instead of going to a bank, John can use Alphbanx to deposit Alph tokens, and these are the cryptocurrencies of Alephium, and use it as collateral. Now the system calculates how much Alphbanx dollar, which is the platform stablecoin, he can borrow based on the value of his Alph tokens. To keep the system stable, John must maintain a collateralization ratio of at least 150%. And this means the value of his Alph tokens must be 1/2 times the amount of ABD he borrows. Now for example, if John wants to borrow 100 ABD, he needs to deposit Alph worth at least 150 ABD as collateral. This setup ensures that even if the value of Alph fluctuates, the platform remains secure and John's loan is backed up. Now sometimes the value of the collateral may drop below the required 150% ratio due to market changes, and if that happens, Alphbanx will liquidate the collateral to protect the system. However, it doesn't do this in a typical way. Instead of selling the collateral directly on the market, Alphbanx uses an auction system that's divided into 4 tiers of discounts, so 5%, 10%, 15% and 20%. Now let's say John's loan becomes under-collateralized. His collateral will first be offered in the 5% discount pool, and if no one buys it there, it moves to the next tier where buyers can get it at a 10% discount, and so on. Now this system is efficient for liquidating collateral while offering opportunities for others to buy Alph tokens at a discount, which basically gives you another way how to trade Alephium. In theory, you could wait for these deals and then transfer them to the decentralized exchanges within the Alephium ecosystem to trade them for an instant 5 or 10% profit. Or you could obviously hold on to them for the long term. After being able to trade it on Alephium and Agent, they're now on Maxi as well, and I've got a link for you which you can find in the description down below, which makes them available to a much bigger public. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, especially if you're into Alephium, because I'm sure more projects will be launched on this amazing blockchain, especially now that it's picking up momentum and the TVL starts growing. That way you can be early once again when I deliver you yet another new project. That's it for now, and I'll see you guys next time. Doei!